Welcome, everyone, to another thought-provoking episode of Monarch Smart TV. Today, we're diving headfirst into a question that has been on many minds. Why does it seem that whenever Democrats are in power, terrorists rise and find a way to wreak havoc in the Middle East or other regions, and this doesn't happen when Republicans are in charge? It's a fascinating topic, and we're going to explore it with facts, opinions, and historical context. Let's rewind a bit to the Clinton era. Who can forget the rise of the Taliban during that time? It's a fact that the Taliban gained strength under President Clinton's watch. And as soon as he left office, the world witnessed the horrific 9/11 attacks. It's essential to remember that the rise of the Taliban was allowed to happen under a democratic administration. Then, we transition to the Bush years. President Bush made it clear that he wouldn't tolerate countries that promoted terrorism. He acted swiftly to eliminate the Taliban and went on to engage in a lengthy war against terror in Iraq. Lives were lost, and the country faced a recession, but Bush prioritized the saving of innocent people's lives by fight against terror over money or anything else. Moving forward to the Obama administration, we saw the emergence of ISIS. This terrorist group used social media to spread fear and violence, carrying out gruesome acts like beheadings. It was a global menace. They had so many Toyota trucks and vans I thought they owned the company. And what did President Obama do? Nothing to me. Many argue that he didn't do enough to stop it, and other terrorist groups took notice. Like Boko Haram, a group of militants kidnapped more than 200 teenage girls from the government girls' secondary school in Chibok, Nigeria. President Obama called it a terrible situation, and explained that the U.S. will send military and law enforcement advisors to Nigeria to support its efforts to find and free the girls. But all I know they did was Michelle Obama holding up a sign saying #BringBackOurGirls. Remember North Korea during Obama's tenure? Kim Jong-un was firing missiles left and right, even over the heads of the Japanese. But President Trump, a Republican, managed to get Kim to the negotiation table and curb his missile launches, even returning the remains of American soldiers that's been there for years. It makes you wonder why things couldn't be resolved earlier. Now, let's fast forward to the present. We're currently in a time when Democrats are in power again, and we've seen the rise of groups like Hamas, resorting to shocking acts such as kidnapping women and girls. This group appears out of nowhere again, just like the previous terrorist groups, and they are moving just like how ISIS was, but even more vicious. It's a pattern that, over decades, has led many to question whether there's a connection between Democrats in power and the rise of terrorism. So, here we are, left with some intriguing questions. Are these patterns mere coincidences, or is there something more profound at play? Are Democrats somehow indirectly contributing to the rise of terrorist groups? Or is it all just a series of unfortunate events? Remember, this discussion isn't about blaming any political party but exploring a pattern that has emerged over the years. What do you think? Are there other factors at play? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments section below. Thanks for joining us today on Monarch Smart TV. Stay tuned for more engaging discussions and analysis. Cheers.